But, you know, I just had to play this clip of a teacher kicking a 5-year-old girl in the face because I think she went to the bathroom without permission, or she went to the hallway without permission. A 5-year-old girl gets booted in the face by a teacher. Talk about the end of America and everything that's good.
Testing the vaccine will begin with children ages 3 to 8. Now, the testers are going to enroll about 200 children for that program starting August 17th.
But this is, in fact, a challenge to every student watching at any level of school institutions, whether you're an elementary student, a high school student, a college student, a teacher. Let the students know that the propaganda that is being fed down the chain of command, all the way from President Obama to your local health organizations, is not the only solution and not the only story. The fact is, vaccines could kill. The facts are, vaccines have evident links to autism, and the facts are, you as a student must be educated. If you're watching this video, you most likely know that I've been fighting school censorship, school indoctrination, and the institutionalizing of children for a few years now. The newest battle on the forefront that I've been fighting is how schools are trying to force vaccinations onto our nation's youth. And today, over 300 kids at my high school and a countless number of kids at the elementary and middle school received a newsletter in class about the swine flu. And then it lists 7 ways that you can prevent your child from getting the influenza. And it's okay, you know, sick children should stay home, wash your hands, but once you get to number 7, it brings out the trump card. Vaccinate your child. In this bulletin that was given to every student, it states that we need to take 3 vaccinations, 1 for the seasonal flu, which is unhealthy enough, and then 2 additional, only several weeks apart, for the swine flu. Keep in mind, people keep telling me hundreds of people have died from the swine flu, but there are 300+ million people in the United States. Hundreds of people out of 300 million. Go back to the date the swine flu outbreak started, and I can guarantee you more people have died from the seasonal flu. That's the danger we're dealing with, folks. Not high-level epidemic stuff. The other fact that the students need to know is that hundreds of scientists and reporters are coming out and stating that there is concrete evidence that this appears to have been cultured in a laboratory. So what we as a student body and we as a sovereign nation must do is educate our fellow students about the other side of the story, so that they can make an educated and informed decision on whether or not to get the vaccine. Because let's face it, in this letter, teens are gullible, high school students are gullible. When they read this letter and it says, like any flu virus, novel H1N1 can even be a serious disease. Some people have been hospitalized with novel H1N1 and several deaths have occurred from it. That's going to scare kids into thinking that getting an immunization will save them. The most appalling part of this whole bulletin that was issued by my superintendent to every student in the district is the fact that they are telling us that the vaccination must be given to pregnant women, which would undoubtedly be unhealthy for any fetus, people who live with or care for children younger than 6 months of age, and people that are 6 months to 24 years, people 25 through 64, with chronic health disorders or weakened immune systems. Why would you inject someone with potentially cancer-causing parasites which have been found in a flurry of vaccines if their immune system is weak? Because then they will undoubtedly not be able to fight those parasites off. The fact is, David Rockefeller and other elitists around the world have stated that they need to control the population. David Rockefeller has called on the United Nations to stop population growth and begin to reduce it.
The negative impact of population growth on all of our planetary ecosystems is becoming appallingly. The United Nations can and should play an essential role in helping the world find a satisfactory way of stabilizing world population.
And the fact of the matter is, this has all of the signals of biowarfare and a very black op eugenics program. Obama's science czar wrote a book called Ecoscience that had a section solely on depopulation, that talked about using the water supply and such means like vaccinations. So the fact that we have people in power, people in our government, that have the power to use this to depopulate us should scare us enough into straying away from these vaccines. There are other methods, maybe like covering your sneeze, not sharing drinks often, not getting vaccines that could all prevent the swine flu. Don't rush to conclusions.